Hello, incoming Duquesne Law 1Ls. Welcome. Welcome to law school. Welcome to your orientation. I am really pleased and excited that Professor Herman has invited me to be part of your orientation. And I'm here today to talk about character and fitness, or what I like to say is a continuous and never-ending requirement. Once you have made that critical decision to apply to law school, once you are in law school, this is something we have to think about, and we need to think about it right now. But don't worry, we're going to make it easy for you. So first of all, who am I? Well, I am an assistant professor of legal skills here at Duquesne. I have been here for 3 years, but I've been a law professor for 9. I'm also the associate director of bar studies, which means myself and my team are here to help you with everything to do with the bar exam. Hence why we're talking to you right now here at orientation. So today we're going to provide you with some character and fitness resources, but this won't be the last time we see each other or the last time we interact. I teach a variety of classes, including professional responsibility, which is our legal ethics course. And I also teach core and applied competencies, which is Duquesne's very unique and specially designed bar studies programming that has become part of our curriculum. Now, here's the time where I'd say, hey, can anybody raise your hand if one of the reasons you chose Duquesne Law was because of our impressive bar pass rate? And we get a lot of yes, absolutely, because our ultimate bar pass rate, which is a calculation of 2 years following our graduates, is 93.3%. We are incredibly and justifiably proud of this result. One, because it starts with you guys, right? But also the faculty and staff are fully committed to helping you get your value out of your law school experience. And that includes preparing you for the bar, as well as preparing you to be a critical thinker, an amazing writer, a strong jurist. So we are so excited. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm also the Women in Law advisor as well. So I really do mean it when I say I will see you in a variety of roles. Feel free to reach out to me, contact me, stop me in the hall, anything. We are here for you. Now, what role do lawyers play in society? Well, advocates, judges, ethics leaders, anywhere decisions are being made, right? We like to be in the room where it happens. That is what lawyers do. We are a well-respected profession for so many reasons. We help write the laws, we help shape the laws, we help enforce the laws. So one of the things that I like to talk about first regarding character and fitness is a quote from a very famous legal ethics case in Ray Palter. In this case, it calls attorneys guardians of the law. And this is so incredibly true. We are guardians of the law. Just like I said, we help shape it, we help write it, we help enforce it. So stands to reason then that we ourselves as members of this really important community are held to some pretty high standards. So what is the standard that an applicant who wants to practice law, what is the standard that you have to meet? Well, you need to show a record that is clear of any deficiency in honesty, trustworthiness, reliability. Another word for that would be candor, right? If we are the guardians of law, that of course we know we are, the profession knows we are, society knows we are held first and foremost to really, really high standards. Now, I want to take you back to your law school application. And this is really the crux of why I'm coming before you today to talk about this. So on your law school application, you're asked to disclose a variety of things. If there are incidents that happened in your past, that you were charged with anything, if anything happened, these are things that we need to know. So here on your screen, I've shown you as a refresher the questions that you were asked. So, since the age of 18, have you ever been convicted of or pleaded guilty to any crime by a law enforcement agency other than a minor traffic violation that has not been subsequently expunged? Now, most of the time, folks answer this question very thoughtfully and very completely. But I have to tell you, I came to law school as a second career, so it was many years in between when I was last in undergrad to when I applied for law school. And sometimes things just slip your mind. So I want you to think back to your law school application, think back to your undergraduate experience. Has there been any incident of receiving a notification for drinking in a dorm? Or maybe someone in the room was smoking weed, but you weren't, but you got cited anyway. These are the kinds of things that we need to know. And we need to know on the law school application first. But if you forgot or otherwise omitted it just because you weren't thinking about it, now is the time to clear this up. We are trying to establish a record of reliability and candor that begins here and will culminate when you fill out that really important character and fitness document before you sit for the bar exam. Now, I'm not saying this to scare anybody, but I am kind of shaking you down just a little bit because invariably we have one or two students who disregard this presentation, keep on going, succeed, do a great job in law school, come to me as a 3L or a 4E, and they're like, oh, wait a minute. I forgot about this citation I got for public intoxication. And I'm like, when did this happen? Oh, it happened 5 years ago. Well, why didn't you talk about it on your why didn't you talk about it on your application to law school? Why are we only hearing about it now? So think about it, think about your past, think about it in the context of if you were talking to a Board of Law Examiner character and fitness person, right? This is your opportunity right now to clear the record, keep everything clear until you sit down to take character and fitness. So please, if there's something you can think about that you maybe forgot to mention, or this discussion has maybe prompted or jogged your memory, let's take care of it right now. Now, please note, I am not talking about parking tickets. Let me repeat that for you. I am not talking about parking tickets or generalized speeding citations. Listen, there's a reason why I have a radar detector in my car, okay? There's a reason why I have it. So we are only talking about speeding tickets that rise to the level of recklessness or where you were given a misdemeanor, perhaps for driving too quickly through a school zone. Pro tip, don't do that, right? So any just generic parking tickets you have, we don't need to know about it. Any just regular speeding, like 5-10 miles over on the interstate or on the turnpike, we don't need that either. We're talking about things that rise to the level of reckless or a misdemeanor. Now, you'll see we also ask for anything, whether you've pled guilty to a crime involving serious bodily injury to another person. Hopefully that's not the case, and hopefully you already disclosed that prior to admittance, but for serious matters, absolutely now is the time to talk to us about that. Get that on your record so we can show this continuation of candor when the time comes. Now, you'll notice here at the bottom, we have this little caveat about, well, has it been more than 10 years? Well, why do we have that caveat? It's because of something called the Pennsylvania Clean Slate Act. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about this here. One, I don't want to take up a lot of time, but two, if you have questions about it, come talk to me. This is basically where records are automatically expunged if they meet certain requirements, time requirements, severity requirements. It's a result of the movement for, you may have heard of it, ban the box, right? These kind of minor issues that sometimes when people are applying for jobs precludes them from getting a job, even though they have been otherwise on good behavior, have not had anything happen, anything like that. Just know that we cannot ask you to discuss these matters, right? If it's a nonviolent crime committed more than 10 years ago or misdemeanor offenses with less than 2 years in prison, because of the Pennsylvania Clean Slate Act, and we are a Pennsylvania law school, we cannot ask you to disclose that. And I don't want to, and that is not at all what I'm asking you here for. I do, however, want to let you know that you will have to disclose that to any Board of Law Examiners in any jurisdiction in which you sit. Okay, so, the bar examiners write the rules. They are empowered by the Supreme Court of every jurisdiction, and they can ask you and really dig deep. So This is just my encouragement to you. If you have any questions or concerns, please come see me and we can talk about this in further detail. So, just as kind of a roundup. What if you forgot to put something on your law school application that's not a regular speeding ticket, that's not a regular parking ticket? What should we do? You must contact Dean Quiznick, who is the Dean of Students, and update your application immediately. Remember, we are trying to show that you entered law school candid as possible, and you did it now so that you don't have to worry about it at the very end, and we are showing that you are qualified to become a guardian of the law. Okay, what if something happens while I'm in law school, right? Because stuff goes down, something might happen. Do you have a continuing requirement to update your law school application? And what do you think the answer to that is? Yes, yes you do. If something happens while you're in law school, you must contact Dean Quiznick and update your application immediately. It is a living document. Once you entered law school, your application stays with you, and if anything else happens, we just add to it, add to it, add to it. Hopefully not that many adds, let's be honest, but is a living document that we must keep updated up until the very end. So if something happens in law school, please talk to Dean Quiznick, come talk to myself or a member of my team, and we can help you walk through this process. All right, so you are a brand new 1L. Why are you thinking about this now, guys? It's like I said at the beginning, right? This character and fitness requirement begins the moment you step foot into law school. And for the vast majority of all of you, it is not a big deal. What becomes a big deal is if you wait until the last minute and then disclose stuff. That's when something can be a big deal. I mean, just think about it. If you have a client, right, and they want you to work on the case and they're telling you information, but they're not telling you all of it, right? And you get ready, you're about to go to trial, and boom, they tell you something that you should have known a long time ago. Like, how does that make you feel? Exactly the way that the Board of Law Examiners is going to feel about your character and fitness application. So again, not trying to scare you. This is not a big deal. Become a professional problem solver in your own life and everything is going to be just fine. Nothing to be scared of. Just deal with it. We have seen it all. I have seen it all. I have heard it all. We have handled it all. You are in great hands. Our goal is to help you. Not to shame you, not to make you feel bad. Our goal is to help you. So if you have any questions about this whatsoever, here is my contact information. I am Professor Ashley London. I'm in Office 326, and I'm at londona@duke.edu. Your future is closer than it appears. So we are here to help you. Look forward to meeting all of you in person, and thank you so much for taking your time out to consider character and fitness.